Hi, so this is the final option that we discussed during our meeting. So kitchen, asymmetrical layout kitchen here with a breakfast bar on the side, appliances, storage here beside the boiler. And if you want to see again how it looks like without the doors, so you can see the boiler there and all the smaller appliances here. Oops. And then the breakfast bar will look like this. You can have uh glassware on the upper shelves. And then you want idea of a plastered range hood with an elegant form that is a bit rounded and tapered. I love it as well, and it's very ideal for the symmetry. And you can have the entire worktop moving up and to create a full backsplash as well, and a very narrow display shelf for both functional and decorative purposes. If you go ahead with this, I suggest that you choose two lights on either side of the range hood that is a bit more that has a bit more depth to it, or you can angle as well, because the light needs to reach the worktop below. Otherwise, if you just use a normal wall lamp that is almost flush to the wall, it only lights up the shelf, and you don't have a good lighting for your worktop. Not unless you add a strip lighting underneath the shallow floating shelf. So the functions here, you have the bin beside the sink and the washer dryer below, up to the left under the appliances. And you have three sets of drawers, one for spices and condiments, on either side, and then pots and pans, and can have more pots and pans at the bottom. Maybe this could have trays, and this is extra storage above, and this is your fridge freezer. And then the sink, if you have a cooker tap here, then this is the mechanism for the cooker. And then dishwasher. For your coffee bar, you have all the and tea stuff and breakfast stuff and cups and saucers and bowls, small cereal bowls, and a drawer for all other cereals, and maybe some of your baby stuff, things for preparing milk. And then on the island, you have another bin, a bigger sized bin pull out, because you'll be doing a lot of prep work here. So it's ideal to have a bin. And then cutleries and plates and bowls on this side, very accessible after you put your dishes are clean from the dishwasher, just put it here. And then these are another extra cupboard for trays or boards or sippy cups or whatever. And then this is an extra fridge or freezer that is under the counter integrated, because you'll never know, you might have need to have more storage in the future once your family grows. And on the other side, that is easily accessible from the dining and lounge, is a narrow foot with wine cooler. I like the idea of the integrated column with the with proper moldings. It keeps it tidy, and it just looks better compared to, I'll show you, the exposed column here. I'm not very keen on this because it also makes it difficult for your templating of worktop around it. That would be very tricky. So, and then this is the cupboard in front of the door. So one side is like a display, which you'll find in your recap document some ideas on what kind of materials you can use here. In this 3D is, I've suggested a mirror backsplash, a mirror backing, and then you can use offcuts of your quartz worktop to use as shallow shelves for display. And then inside is just whatever storage you need. You can add shelves in there. And how it looks like once it's shut is, it looks like it's part of the architecture. So all the moldings continue on like that. Even the cornice and the baseboard wraps around. And then Looking from the top view, you have a more than enough space to walk around without the TV media wall here. So there's a lot of space for your child to play. And this is the how the breakfast, I mean, the banquet seating could look like. A built-in banquet seat that has storage inside. You can flip up the seat with a hinge, and then that's an entire storage there. So it's easier rather than a storage that is a drawer type of storage. It's easier if it's a flip up storage. You'll also see that the bench seat follows the same aesthetic as your kitchen. It has a shaker molding, and you can add baseboard molding here as well so that it looks truly bespoke. And then the same for your island. You can have a, on the other side of the island, you can add moldings to make it look like a shaker panel as well. So that it matches the post, so that it's like a one cohesive design for the island, including the column. And then you can add a baseboard as well to make it look really elevated. And then the light for your dining. I meant to say that this is the unarticulated wall lamp that you can have for the dining area, which serves as, because it moves, it can serve as like a direct lighting for when you're dining. And then you can also move it around for as a reading lamp when you're just lying on the bench. On the other side, on your lounge in the living area, there will be two wall sconces, I suggest, so that it gives the lounge becomes a bit more elevated when it's symmetrical like this, even if it's used mainly as a play or lounging, just relaxing. So, and for the island, these are the three pendant lights that you can have. So, hope you like the design, and see the you'll find this pattern on your documents. And the rug is 200 centimeters by, I think this is around almost 3 meters, 2.9. This is from, I think, Ruggable. It's a washable rug, which I feel like this is what you need to buy just now while you have a little one. It's more forgiving for spills and uh, any dirt. Maybe one day when he's no longer a toddler, he can invest in a proper wool rug again. So that's it. I hope to see your design soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you like your design. Thank you again.